What's up YouTube? It's your girl Tisha T and I am back with another video. This time we are doing another frontal tutorial using my curly pattern from my hairline. Make sure you guys stay tuned to see how I slay this baby. For this style, your client involvement is very important. I love to have my client to apply the pressure even before I start stitching, just so I can have the exact placement of where I want the frontal to lay. So I have my client to hold it down while I'm still putting it in place so I can begin stitching. Also, when stitching, make sure that you are starting in the middle so the middle of the frontal can continue to lay lay flat, but it's very important. For direction, I go from eyebrow to eyebrow, and then I finish on down to the ear that I'm continuing to work on, and then I go back over to finish from the other eyebrow to the ear, if that makes sense. This is the most important part of the installment. Make sure that it is clean with 90% alcohol. And I also applied the Walker's tape protector just so I can get that skin to glue and not skin to product type of layage. After you let your protector dry, it is time to apply the glue. I like to use Ericka J's Hold Me Down glue. I love it. This is the best glue I have used yet. And I usually do about 3 layers. I do thick for the first 2 times and I thin it out by the 3rd time. I also put more glue on the cap versus her skin. That is the trick. You don't put a lot on her skin. I'm putting maybe only about 1/2 inch of glue on her hairline, but for the most part it's on her cap. And I let every layer dry to a clear substance before I apply the next. This is my 2nd layer. I'm doing the same exact thing. Also, when you are thinning out like I'm doing right here, and you see a couple of areas where it's thicker than most, just thin it out. It's gonna take that white looking chalky look away from it and just make it more clear. But that's what I do. I just mainly thin out the thick areas that I see. And as you all can see, I do little dots the 3rd time. I feel like I just apply the less glue because I want it to stick, but I don't want it to stick. Because when I say this glue holds really good, I mean like my clients wear it for at least 3 weeks. And when they come back for maintenance, it's like almost impossible to get it off their head. So that's why I started to apply my last layer as thin as possible. After you have applied the glue, it is time to lay down your frontal. Don't be afraid to ask your client to help out with holding and applying that pressure to the frontal because this step matters a lot. You want to be careful about the placement of where you are asking your client to place her hand. You want to make sure it's on the lace and not on the hair. You want to have space to dry the glue while she is holding tension to the frontal. As I am turning my client, you see how flawless the lace is blending in with her skin. If you guys want to, I can also upload a video where I am tinting the lace. I will show you the proper techniques and what you need to do. Also, if you need to add, go back into certain spaces to add glue, do so as well. Also, don't forget, wherever you went back into the areas to put the glue in, make sure that you are drying that as well. It is very important that your glue is 100% dry. I'm getting real scalp vibes, you know what I'm saying, from this install right now. I'm just loving it. Honey, if you are not using the band method to have that lace sitting inside the adhesive, then you are behind. But no, for real, this band is highly recommended, honey. Look and see. You see, I left that band on the entire time of me sewing in her tracks in the back, and look how it just made that lace lay into that adhesive. Boy, I'm fine. Now I'm just getting the hair out the way so I can cut around her ears. I like to leave all of the lace on at the end just so I can see the hairstyle flowing the way that I want to. So yeah, that's all I'm doing, just cutting that lace around her ears. Make sure I'm not cutting too far up. Make sure I'm not cutting any excess hair that doesn't need to be cut. Making sure that the job is as neat as possible. If you haven't looked at my other tutorials, then you wouldn't know, but I like to use a razor to cut the lace around her hairline, or some really sharp shears. But I don't ever do right with them shears, honey, so I'll be having me a little new razor on the side. And also, this is my HD lace. I think it's a Swiss lace, so it's pretty easy to cut. It doesn't leave that bucky thick lace residue that I hate. But just depends on the lace that you use. But I love to use some really sharp razors to cut that. And also that little part that's lifting up in the back, I just mainly stitch that along with the welts from the back of the tracks at the end. You can also clean up as you go or wait to the end. Since it's glue and sometimes you put a little bit too much glue on the install to where it bleeds over the skin, I just go ahead and wash it off so it won't be too hard to get up at the end. Now, I didn't waste too much time on this part because I have a tutorial on baby edges, but I just used some Narobi foam wrap for this part to just smooth out her edges and for some control. I mean, real scalp vibes. No, that is not her scalp. Yes, that is part of her frontal. So what I did was I split some of her frontal in the back and laid the hair over her wefts from her tracks. And I just mainly put some carrot hair wax on the parts and just took my hot comb and ran through it. And the reason why I am doing this is because the style that she wants requires that straight look. She wants one braid across the front and curly look in the back. So of course it has to look as natural as possible. And before I apply the product onto her curls, I like to wet it up just so the product won't have to work as hard as it should. And here it is. I'm putting some more Narobi on her hair. I really like to use Hawaiian Silky 14-in-1 as well, but I was out. So Narobi never fails me. That's all I am applying, and then just coming back with the weave brush to get those curls popping, hunty. So we are at the very end, and I just go back and spruce up a couple of areas that I feel need sprucing up. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate every last one of you all. Until next time, see y'all later.